I'm working on it. I was going to scoot the thing out, and then my steelbooks decided to go the other way. I wanted to push them this way. They decided to go this way, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll just do it this way. Let's sit like this. So, we come to the episode Father's Day. Excuse me for a minute. This episode got me. This episode got me. So, we have Rose asking the doctor to take her back to 1987, year I was born. In this show, Rose is supposed to be a year older than me. Born in 86. This takes place in June of 87. So... yeah. So, maybe a few months older than me, because I was born in February and Rose here is still a baby. So, if she was born in 86, then... yeah. So... and because she's 19 and I was 18 in 2005. That's why. So... yeah. Yeah, so she asked the doctor to take her back to the day he died, because her mother always told her that he died alone. So she wanted to be there for him when he died. But there is a complication with that, because you go back to see someone you love die, especially your father. Are you going to want to let it happen? She messes up the first time, so to go back again, and this time she stops the accident from happening. And that summons the Reapers, who come and start killing off people until eventually, the timeline has to be restored. So, yeah, so let's just go talk about the Reapers. This is the one and only time that they show up. Despite the fact that there are many different things going on in the timeline throughout the rest of the series, this is the only time that they show up. After this, never again. Is her dad's death really the most important thing in the world? They gotta come back and make sure it happens? And I always find episodes like this to be stupid, where she goes back and she saves her dad. But, nope. It absolutely has to happen. There's no doubt, these things show up because it has to happen. So she doesn't get her day in the sun with her dad. She gets to know her dad for a few hours. But, no, doesn't work out. The doctor goes to leave. It goes to the TARDIS, and it's just a police box. It's not a TARDIS anymore, and he realizes that something's not right. It just infuriates me. And the doctor goes against this, later. When he's the 11th Doctor, there's a specific episode that says goodbye to specific characters, in which he clearly tries to interfere with what is called a fixed point, which means it has to happen. But he straight tries to stop it. But it doesn't work. But I'm not going to go into that until we get to that part, but that's a while from now. But yeah, it always bugs me how in shows you say, well, why can't you just go back and stop it? And she does. But she can't be happy. She can't have her way, because we have to have these episodes where she saves her dad, but too bad, he still has to die. And I hate it when shows do that. I've gone back and I've saved someone that needs to be saved. No, you can't do that. They have to die, so they... have to die. I don't know how else to say that way, but yeah. And throughout the episode, Rose connects with her father, and he realizes that, like they get in the car and they drive to the wedding, and the car shows up again. They're supposed to hit him, and he veers off the road, and she yells out, "Dad!" He starts putting two and two together and realizes that that's Rose, who's just a little baby at this point. And then there's a scene where the doctor is watching the baby. He says Jackie told him to watch over her, which is different. We see little Mickey, who I guess is older than Rose. Maybe 2 years older than Rose. I guess. He looks like a toddler here. He runs up and he grabs her leg and she's like, no. Let go of me, darling. She's like, I'm always saying that. It's just funny because she does. He was so grabbing her leg and everything. Around her. But yeah, it's Mickey. It's his little cameo. One thing that always kind of bugs me is when they do things with a character, like a dead character, and someone builds up this character, and then we go back in time to see them, and they're nothing like they say, and like Jackie built up Rose's father like he was the best person in the world, and we find out that he's nothing really like. I mean, he's not a bad person. Apparently, he cheated on Jackie. Apparently, he didn't have the glamorous job that Jackie said that he had. So she lied to Rose. He's not around to prove it wrong. But I hate it when they do that. It's just like, oh, your father's the most wonderful man in the world. And you go back and he was cheating on her, apparently. And he had a deadbeat job, dead-end job, whatever. It's just, no. That's right. We do see the father character again in alternate timelines later on, but yeah. So, they have a conversation where he asks about how he was as a father, and she starts telling him a bunch of lies. And she tells him not to tell Jackie who he is, but Jackie will not stop saying that she's one of his little, cheating on. And then when he says that's my daughter and her name is Rose, she's like, your daughter, oh, how old were you when you had her? 12? And what? Your name is Rose. Two daughters named Rose, you couldn't think of another name? It's like, are you that stupid? And then she's trying to tell her, and it's not till later. And that's the scene that made me cry. Tear up, I should say. Because when Jackie realizes, because when Pete, that's his name, realizes what he has to do. See, the doctor specifically, when he's watching Rose, tells Rose she can't hold the baby because it would cause a paradox. You can't hold yourself. You can go like this, actually. Hold yourself. Hold myself. But, that's actually kind of warm. But anyway, and the moment he says this, that's going to come into play later. And so, in trying to show Jackie that it's Rose, he tries to compare it and hand over the baby to her, which causes the paradox. And the Reaper is able to come in, and the doctor says, I'm the oldest thing here, take me. And it takes him, drops the TARDIS key, which is gone cold. Well, the TARDIS wasn't working anyway, so. And the doctor's gone. He's dead. This is when Pete realizes what he has to do. He realizes the doctor didn't want her to go through that again. That's why he never said anything, that he had to die. The doctor, this whole time, has not been going after Rose, not telling her that he has to die again. He's been trying to find a different way to handle it. And there isn't. Pete realizes this when he looks out the window and he sees that car going around, just showing up, disappearing, and he realizes what has to happen. He has this great talk with her, says he knows that she lied, and then he has to do what he has to do. Jackie shows up and he convinces her. He says, look at her eyes, look at her. It's all Rose. And when she realizes that it's Rose, that's when I teared up a little bit. She's like, Rose. You know, they have a big family hug. I also like how they didn't go to any lengths to make Jackie look younger. No younger actress. Nothing. Same actress. They just didn't go to any lengths to make her look younger. At all. And you think, from 2005 to 1987, she would look a little bit different. They couldn't get a different actress? Nope. Same actress. She didn't look any younger. No. Now, CGI wasn't this, the best back then. You got the Reapers were bad CGI. But yeah, just no lengths to make her look younger at all. Just her hair was different. That's it. But yeah. He runs out. He grabs the vase that he was holding in his hand. He gets hit by the car. And then the doctor returns and says, go to him. And she goes to him. And this resets the timeline, which means Jackie no longer knows that that's her daughter. Because we see a little bit of flash forward where she's telling a story. And this time she says that there was a strange girl. People say there was a strange girl that was holding his hand, was there for him when he died. Which, I don't understand why he was alone in the first place. Especially we see Jackie outside. Why she didn't run to her husband? She just stands there. Huh? She could have ran to her husband, I like how he says, it was like you're going to get rid of me after all. She's like, don't say that. But yeah. And then you have Rose dialogue saying that Peter Tyler died June the 7th, 1987. And he was a wonderful father. Then the episode ends. It's a great episode. And it shows you that even though the doctor knew what had to happen, he cares so much about his companions. And he cares so much for them that he will try to find other ways just to make sure that they're, even though he knew there was no other way, it just had to happen. To me, I think they pick the best actors to convey that kind of, like, with Eccleston, personally, he has that smile. But he also has, when he wants to be serious, he has that serious look. And other doctors have the way, certain looks as well. Tennant has the sad look down when he knows he has to be serious. And so does Matt Smith. And Capaldi to a point as well. Just the great way these actors convey, their emotions. And the doctor knew what had to happen, but never once tells Rose that it has to happen. Either thinking she has to come up with that decision, or Pete himself has to come up with that decision. And I think maybe that's why he sacrificed himself. Knowing that if he died, there would be no other choice. And either she or Pete would come to the realization what would have to happen, and for Pete it does. It's a great episode. Next, we got a two-parter, which introduces us to the great character of Captain Jack Harkness. Stop it! Can't say hello to anyone? It's not till the next series, but yeah, Captain Jack Harkness, played by Malcolm Merlyn, that's his character. But John Barrowman, I'm sorry, he played Malcolm Merlyn in Arrow, but John Barrowman, it's a great character and a great two episodes. Are you my mummy? Yep, that's the next one. I'm gonna take a break. At least I'm gonna try to get series 1 done today. But as you can tell, I'm not quite done fixing stuff up. So I need to have stuff playing in the background, YouTube videos or whatever, that I can finish doing my moving stuff around. And when I have to keep paying attention to Doctor Who, it's hard for me to do. Because I tried a couple of times coming in here to put stuff away, and I had to keep rewinding because I was missing stuff. So, for now, I'm just on a break. I'm on a break! It's the wrong show. Anyway, What are your thoughts on this episode? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty. See you in the next one.